Hello, I'm Carol DeChaine, your intuitive spiritual guide for practical matters and Marconics multidimensional energy practitioner, and this is the Joy Corner. In these next few minutes, I hope to help you be more connected to your true self so you can find more joy in your life. And of course, if you like what you hear, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell notification so you know the next time that a video is posted. Every time I do the Joy Corner, I give you an I am affirmation. And this week, the affirmation is I am the designer of my universe. Now, sometimes doesn't it feel like we're not the designer of our universe where things happen to us? You never know what's going to happen. It says like you plan and then the universe laughs at you, but not really, because our subconscious sometimes kind of does stuff that we're not aware of. We think, or we've made a commitment ahead of time before we come to this planet, which is what I believe, and our spirit needs to learn certain things. So we've decided to have maybe an issue with someone so we can learn how to have more patience or more love for someone who's not the same as we are. I am the designer of my universe can go all the way back to that spirit before you're born. And the same spirit you are now, you're just not as connected to what you've decided to do. But if you know that you are the designer of your universe, then you might be able to see a couple of reasons why something's coming up that you might not expect. You might have less stress about it because you'll realize, yeah, I am the designer of my universe. I do put it out there. I do make these decisions somewhere, either in the past, in my subconscious, or somewhere in this being. And when you start designing it and it starts manifesting, sometimes you have to watch what you think because if you're a quick manifester and the longer we go in this life, it seems like the quicker we become, then we need to be aware of what we're thinking. I am the designer of my universe is one that is a very powerful manifestation tool. And if you don't believe you are, then you're going to be feeling like you're bombarded by all these other things that have nothing to do maybe with you. Or someone may say something, you may get fired and you don't know why, especially if you did a good job in your head. Anyway, I am the designer of my universe is a belief that will shift a lot of what is happening to you instead of having it happen for you. So let's get into that. Let's make this our mantra for the week or 2 weeks or whenever you need it. So take a breath. And as I've always said, we're going to feel it, say it, breathe it in, make it part of your DNA, and then breathe again and say it again. So we'll do that 3 times. And make sure that each time you say it, it becomes your truth right this moment. It's not that you're just saying it. It's that you feel it, you become it. It is your truth, even for just that split second. Okay? So here we go. Breathe. I am the designer of my universe. And feel that happening right now. It is your truth. And again, I am the designer of my universe. Breathe it in. Feel it going into your DNA, being that truth that is all that you need right now. And the third time, I am the designer of my universe. Feel it. Know it. Feel it to your fingertips and down to your toes that this is your truth. You might not be able to hold it for very long, and that's fine, because if it's a new concept for you, it may be hard enough just to keep it for the seconds that you're saying the words. Every time you do any kind of an affirmation, I used to do it, and I've said this way too many times probably if you're a regular listener, but I used to do it, I just was told repeat it 40 times, and it'll become part of you. But I did it by rote. I just spit it out. And I count on my fingers. How many times have I done it yet? All right. I was really young, but still, it was like, that's all you have to do to make an affirmation true? Great. I'm prosperous. I have lots of money. I'm have the best job. I attract the love of my life. Whatever I wanted to do, I figured, oh, this is going to be true. But it didn't always work. And it actually rarely worked that way. But I found if I make it true the moment I say it, just do it 3 to 5 times at a sitting, once, maybe twice a day. And if you want to do extra credit, write it down. As you're saying it and breathing it and feeling it in, just adds an extra sense to what you're doing because you can see it. In your mind's eye, though, see it being your truth. See it being your truth at that moment, and as long as you can hold on to that. You may find that some negative stuff comes up and you go, oh, no, it's not. Oh, well, what about this person? In any affirmation, that's great because that means that all of those little negative things, the worries, the concerns that maybe either in your subconscious or even your conscious mind will pop out and you go, aha, how do I fix that? How do I not even fix that? How do I shift it? How do I adjust that belief so that I don't have to wonder whether it's true or not? Just breathe. Know that if you have that little negative feeling, it's good. Set it aside if it's during the affirmation spoken that you do. If you're speaking it, let that concern go, but then bring it back if it doesn't, feel like it's gone after you're done saying the affirmation, then look at it. Pay attention to it and see what it is and if you can do something about it, how you can adjust it. Maybe you'll know where it comes from. You'll see, oh, that was my dad in my head, or my mom, or my teacher, or my little brother who always yelled at me. That wasn't me. Oh, well, once you know where it comes from, once we understand things, at least if you're the same way I am, if I understand something and why something's happening, then I go, oh. And then whether I like it or not, I can deal with it so much better. I can understand it. Sometimes I can just let it go and release it immediately. So be aware of any negative thoughts that come up and bless them. I go, thanks for coming up. Let me look at this. Let me figure this out. Because then once you do and you let it go and you go back to the affirmation, those shouldn't bother you anymore. You might have another one come up, but at least you won't have the same one over and over and over again. So remember, breathe it in, be that affirmation, and allow yourself to feel it, to know it, to become it. And this time it is, I am the designer of my universe. Thank you for joining me here today. I hope you know that you are truly a blessed person, that you are all you already need to be. Sometimes they're a little buried, sometimes underneath maybe the reactions that you have to people because of your past. You may not feel like you're the best, but you are deep down and you deserve every good and wonderful thing. And you deserve joy, which is why this is called the Joy Corner and why my business is called Joy, Connect to Joy. Almost forgot. Please join me on my podcast, which is also called Connect and the number 2, Joy, Connect to Joy. And by all means, as I said, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, do know that you deserve all the best.